What's the best age for a facelift? Well, I think the best age for any individual to have a face and neck lift is when they want it. And that could be very early in their life. I recently did a very attractive and young-looking individual who thought the skin of her neck was a little loose, and she was 36 years old. And I've done facelifts very successfully and very safely on 85-year-olds, and certainly everything in between. So the question really is there a physically best age for a facelift? Patients always ask me that. Is there a time of their life that would be better to get a facelift than another? I don't really think there is. I think if you get it late in life, you've aged more, and you'll probably have more delta change, you'll get more change, but you've also gone all those years and not enjoyed the results of the facelift. And if you do it earlier in life, you're probably going to get a little less change, but a better end result. So there really, to me, isn't a best age. Really, it's the best time psychologically, economically for that individual patient as to when they want to get changed. And really realize that cosmetic surgery is about want. It's not about need. So it's really when the individual wants it. How long does a facelift last? Well, that, of course, depends when somebody does their first facelift. If somebody gets their first facelift at 40 years of age, they're likely to get another one in their life, not because they'll need one, because again, there isn't any need in this, they'll want another one. So at 50, 55, and I generally tell people that the time that my patients tend to come back to me is 10 to 15 years after the first lift. And I've practiced long enough now that I have many patients that are 10 or 15 years after their lift. They tend to come back 10 or 15 years after that. If you get your first lift at 40, you're likely to have another lift. On the other hand, if you get your first lift at 75, you're less likely to have a second facelift. You're likely not to have another facelift at 87 or 88 or 90. How painful is a facelift? In general, there is some pain the night of surgery, and we give narcotic pain medicine, a prescription for that to every patient. But most of my patients are off of the narcotic pain medicine within a day and a half to 2 days and are taking regular acetaminophen. Of course, with anything, pain has a variability relating to that individual. Some patients have low, some patients have high pain tolerances. But as a general rule, 2 or 3 days are the total amount of time that someone needs a narcotic pain pill. How much does a facelift cost? Well, this gets into a bigger thing. It depends on who you are, where you are, if you're getting this in North Dakota or you're getting this in New York City. I can tell you, as a person who practices in Los Angeles, I try and keep my costs reasonable, and my facelifts start at about $17,500 for the neck and mid-face. That doesn't include eyes, and they're up to about $24,000 or $25,000 for that same procedure. If people are getting more things, such as eyelid surgery, brow lift surgery, that may be a $30,000 to $35,000 cost for everything. But certainly there are other surgeons who charge different amounts of money than I do. I just know what I'm comfortable with. Do you have questions about facelifts? Call or email me or my office at any time. I would love to hear from you. I take a personal interest in each of my patients, and I'd look forward to seeing you in my office. I think that individualized consultations, which I can either do virtually or in my office, are really the start of the communication between myself and you. And that's what allows us to get a good result together and for me to make you satisfied. Thanks a lot for watching today.